Today I'm going to tell everyone a story. It was inspired by Pamfilov's 28 Guardsmen, the heroic story of Soviet Union warriors during World War II. I named this story Battalion 5 because it consists of 5 important, amazing, divergent members of the same military unit. The mission here is easy. Well, sounding easy. To defend Balanetsk from Nazi German invaders. As the prestigious Battalion 5, Balanetsk was a small village in Soviet Union, and it has great geological situation with mountains, hills, forests to aid defense and offense. It's easy to ambush enemies there or pounce onto the ones that they are going to invade. So, the commissar, Vladislav, being the honest man, he found out that the Germans are going to invade and attack Balanetsk. So he prepared his troopers and told them that the battle is going to be harsh. Things can't be done miraculously, he said. Probably they have to face retreat since the Germans have activated their attack plan with tanks and airstrikes. Things are going to be bloody, difficult, and gory. But he kept on to be optimistic and said that everyone are encouraged to do anything that they can do. And motherland is behind them. Everyone must fight. There is no room to just leave and without doing anything. And we have this wonderful, amazing, intelligent human being as a symbol of erudite. His name is Ruslan, a field engineer, a great scientist. He always loved to fix, to repair, to dissect, or invent himself some new weapons. As he works on all different things in the base, he found out that he can make some landmines, both anti-infantry and anti-tank landmines. He thought maybe these things can be very useful for the further plan of defending Balanetsk from the Germans. So he took out his screwdriver and started to work. Our symbol of courage, the cavalryman, the man on the back of the white horse, Ivan. He's a revolutionary. He always marched on a horse against all different things. Machine guns, infantry, even tanks. It cannot stop him. Yet he has a soft spot. Her name is Zoya, the guardswoman of Battalion 5. Unfortunately, the Germans activated their attack a little bit earlier than everyone expected. At the night, in the raid, Zoya, the guardswoman, was captured from her beloved boyfriend and fiancé, Ivan. In the prison of Nazi Germany, she was tortured, forced upon to, beaten, even threatened for death to just get some intel from her. But no matter how, she does not tell the intelligence to the Germans, as she feared that if she said anything to preserve her own life, the Battalion 5 will be in a bloodbath, will be slaughtered in a carnage. Until the last moment of her life, standing nearby the gallows, she didn't budge. She got hung to death on the gallows, on the highest hill, on the outside edge of Balanetsk, as the biggest insult to our brave fighters of Battalion 5. She said nothing. So, Battalion 5 still has some time to change her plan upon defending Balanetsk. The next day, Rusan did something. He made some landmines. Well, as we said, he made landmines from his interest to invent and repair. He planted landmines all around the whole village. Anti-infantry, anti-tank landmines, waiting to blow the invaders up. The major attack has happened. The Germans marched onto the village like a flood, like an angry nest of wasps. The first one to march on, obviously, is Von. He marched against the German machine gunners to avenge his beloved Zoya, that was hung to death on the gallows on the hill. He could see. Her body was still hanging there. The pain in his heart is real, but nothing can stop his courageous mind. He marched on, but the machine gun got him. He is bleeding. Yet he drew out his saber, slashing, bashing. He drew out his pistol, both hands, marching, his horse galloping. That white coat of the horse was stained by his own blood. Yet he didn't stop until he fell off of the back of the horse. With one foot in the stirrup, dragged back to the base. Svetlana found out injured Ivan. Still have a foot stuck into the stirrup, dragged, shot, absolutely in despair. She patched him up, took the bullet out of him, fed him water, took him in with kindness, without any complaint about the injuries and the inconvenience, because she knows that's her comrade, and they both share the noble goal of defending Soviet motherland against the Nazis. Commissar Vladislav has seen all the carnage that the Germans are going to do. They probably will slaughter the village. So, he said honestly, there's no way we can go. If we retreat, the whole village will be flattened by German tanks. Then he heard a loud explosion. Rulsan's plan worked. The landmines blown up the German tanks. There's even one major threat. That one Tiger tank, with strong firepower and huge gun, was now detracted and absolutely trapped. It's trapped there. It can't move. And Ivan sees the familiar faces. The ones who took Zoya from him. The ones that forced themselves on his favorite woman, his life partner. The rage, the bravery is now brewing in his mind. After he's being patched up, he's good as new, back on his white horse. Even though the white horse is now blotched in his own blood and the blood of the invaders. He rides astride on top of his steed, drawing his saber, his guns, shoot forward, slash forward. It's time to avenge. It's time for his rage and pay back the carnage, to pay back all the bloods and tears that Nazi Germany doused upon his fellow Soviets. 5 of them. They are all on diversion, yet work together to defend motherland. And Ruslan's plan worked even further. After detracting that German Tiger tank, a repair crew able to capture the German tank and use it to fight against the Germans themselves. One more tank force, one more power. The Germans surrounding Balanetsk are slowly retreating. The siege are slowly breaking, bit by bit. The black cloud glooming on top of Balanetsk are slowly dissipating. The sunrise is up on the hills. Everything seemingly to go better. As they march on, Battalion 5 reached a little hill on the edge of Balanetsk. There, they take off Zoya's body, buried her in the small cemetery of the village. It was a brutal battle, yet they defended this village. They saved all the people from the carnage and slaughter of Nazi Germany. After the whole battle has dissipated, the Soviet Communist Party came to reward all of the warriors. Not only the living ones get the medals and stipends they deserve. This unit is now venerated as the honorable unit. And Zoya herself, this amazing, brave, selfless woman that took her covenant of selflessness to her grave, is now venerated as a martyr by Stalin himself. Her statue stands forever in Balanetsk, like her prime. Her beautiful long curly hairs waves in the wind. The statue is not alive, but her spirit stays alive. Her selflessness stays alive. She stands there guarding the village forever and ever. And everyone else, after the war, they live together still in a small Soviet apartment with their courage, intelligence, honesty, and kindness. And they never forget about Zoya's sacrifice and her selflessness. That's the end of the story.